And a very good afternoon, good morning. Welcome along to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday. I trust wherever you are watching from us in the world, that doesn't make any sense. I trust wherever you are watching us from in the world, you're having a good day so far. Things are about to get better because we are about to bring you a masterclass, and this is when we kind of spend time on a particular product or spend time on a particular sort of crafty skill, if you like, to kind of hone up your skills and make you the best that you can possibly be. And we're bringing you a product today which I absolutely love. I even remember the last time that we had this product on, and you guys loved it so much. This is kind of taking, I think, like your boxes to the next level, because I can remember what I said when we brought this project to you the last time. I said, when is a box not a box? When it's an exploding box. And if you saw the sneak peek of this on Wake Up Call earlier on, you will know exactly what I'm talking about and why everybody is clamoring to get their hands on this kit. But if you are new to us here on Crafters TV and you're wondering what these exploding boxes are all about, I'm delighted to say that one of my absolute faves, my TV wife, is with me for the next couple of hours. The lovely Debbie Robinson is here. These exploding boxes are brilliant, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to this one, Ben, because I am a girl. Oh, I am a box girl at heart. I love construction. I love anything that gives me dimension, something that little bit different. And these are those fabulous boxes that are going to enable you to personalise it to whoever it is that you're sending it to, and all those kind of things. And let me just tell you, Ben, I love this particular design. Now, I'm going to be making something pretty similar. We're actually going to do it step by step, aren't we, Ben?
Yes.
We decided for this class, it's going to be all about this box, and we're going to take you through how you're going to make this beautiful exploding box with all the gorgeous little details to it. I mean, I love the heart detail around the edge that keeps that box connected. But all these extra little features where you've got these little pull and slide mechanisms and a lovely waterfall mechanism as well. We've also got in here lovely little gift boxes. Woo! Oh, you've had a little look at little sweeties inside,
Whoa.
Ben.
That's
What are you
later.
going to put inside your box? That's the answer. But we're going to talk you through each of those stages. We've got that lovely twist and pop mechanism. And again, these are the kind of things that you can be doing. You can fill this box up to your heart's content with lots of different items in here. You could perhaps put little gift things inside. You could personalise them with photos of your loved ones. But honestly, Ben, they're just absolutely glorious. And it all works together because the set of dies that we have got for you today enable you to create all of this gorgeous box and literally nothing for you to do, because apart from use a die cutting machine and some nice pretty papers, and then what are you going to decorate it up with? That's entirely up to you.
Absolutely right. These are brilliant. And I know what you're thinking, particularly if you're new, you're thinking, I can't do that. Well, that's where you're wrong, you see, because you can absolutely do this. What I want to show you very quickly is all of the boards here so you can see exactly what you're getting. And I also want to impress on you here that today's deal that we're giving you on this set, it is the best price yet, all right? So if you have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, today is a brilliant day to jump in and grab this collection. £55 or $68, everyone's saving that $32.94 or $38.74. So you're looking at, realistically, it's almost £90 worth, over $106 worth. But if you're platinum today, £44 or $54. Let's just quickly show you everything that you're going to get. You'll get a lot of bang for your buck within this particular kit, because you're going to get the dies for you to be able to create the actual outside box itself with that kind of design, that mechanism, if you like. And if you're looking at this and thinking it looks super complicated, it really, really isn't. And when we break it down and show you what each of these dies is for within the construction of the box, it will just make so much sense to you. Here again shows you how it all looks cut out, and again we'll go through all these different bits and pieces, what goes where, how many bits of each you need to cut to be able to create the box. It's super, super simple. Then on top of that, we're also going to give you the twist and pop mechanism. Again, this die itself, the working mechanism is there for you. Again, nice and easy to pop together, and we give you some other little mini frames and embellishments to go with that as well. On top of that, you've also got the template. I knew I'd knock something over here. I'll put it back in a minute. Sorry, George. You're also, he's 5 minutes in, he's knocking stuff over. You're also going to get the template to make the mini box that goes inside the main box. That is included. And then, because this is the best deal yet, we then bring you these 3 items for free within the bundle. So you've got all of these little mechanisms included for you to be able to create real interest within the box itself. I love this. The little waterfall die that you've got in there as well, maybe for your photos potentially. And then you've also got some fancy little border dies included in there too. All of that for just £44 or $54.40. Best price yet, as we said. I would jump in and grab this. All you will need, I think, on top of this are some beautiful papers, which we've also got on the show, which I'll bring to you in more detail a little bit later on. But let's get cracking. Any questions on this, by the way, do get those in on the socials, on Facebook and on YouTube. Anything that you want to ask at any point during this show, and we'll put those to Debbie. And of course, any pictures, if you've already got this collection, if you want to send those boxes in, we'll look at those later on too. But let us get cracking, because let's demystify this just a little bit, Debbie, because newbies particularly might be thinking, well, there's no way that I can make that box. It must be difficult.
Oh no, I tell you what used to be difficult. I've always made boxes, I've always constructed boxes. I love any different styles, but I've always had to work it out, work out the measurements, work out where to put the score lines, where to put the cut lines, where to do this, where to do that. You don't have that with this, Ben. It is so super easy to use. Now, I'm going to show you the die set as well. So the main part of this die set comes to you like this, where you have your box lid piece of metal, we're going to call it, you
Piece of
die,
metal,
you
yes.
die. All the extra bits, all these are extras, all these little pieces here are just extra bits to decorate with, which I just think is really useful. We've even got little tab dies on here as well. And then on the back, you've got extra little embellishments, but you've also got what makes the absolute fabulous box in itself with these two dies. And that's exactly where we're going to start with. Now, as you can see here, we don't leave you empty-handed because we give you an instruction booklet with pictures. My kind of language, this one, Ben.
Yes,
my kind of language.
Good.
Pictures is good. I need a picture to be able to see what I'm doing, as well as the writing, because sometimes, I don't know about you, Ben, but those words get mixed up, and unless you can visually see something, these really do make a difference. So everything that you need is on there, and we'll come back to that, and we'll keep referring to it. But first things first, we're going to make the outside of the main box, and for that I'm using some white stamping card and bringing in this main worker element, and this is what's going to create your main box. So I'm going to hold that down. I'm going to hold it down with a bit of low tack tape. So let me just grab all me, you know, I thought I was so organised, then I always think I'm organised, and then something throws me at last minute and I'm not, because I forgot to get my tape out. Right, let's pop that in. Now, these dies will fit through your Gemini, so you'll be able to get this Oh my days. Shall I restart that, Ben? Shall I restart that? Rewind, edit that bit out. These will fit through your Gemini Junior. And if you did catch Craig showing you how to put it together at the beginning, you did see him use it, because he uses it all the time, Craig. He loves his Gemini Junior. So what I'm going to do is run this through. So we'll do this, and we'll do it in, should we do it in a little bit of real-time crafting, so to speak?
Well, why not? What, sort of make it a masterclass?
Exactly.
Like why not?
So we're going to pop that through. Now, you could, to be fair, power of the Gemini, you could actually do this twice. So what you could do is put two pieces of card together, die cut them at the same time, and then only have to run it through twice, so that you get your 4 pieces, because you need 4 pieces to create that outside of the box. So when I've popped this one through, because Debbie forgot to do that bit, of course she did. I'm saying it, but did I do it? Did I practice what I said? No. But literally, what that does is creates my first panel of the box. And you can see the score lines are in here already. Every single score line. I love the heart-shaped design of this. I think it's absolute fab. And then let's just pop that through. Let's see if it will cut through 2 pieces, because in true Blue Peter style, I do have some already prepped at the side of me.
Now, you might have already said,
yes,
and I am listening honestly,
yes,
what card are you using? Because I know people will ask.
Nope, I am using our white stamping card by Crafter's Companion, 300 GSM, and you get a pack of, I think it's 60 sheets in a pack. Yeah, I think. Do we have it on the show, Ben? That's the next thing. I forgot to check with producer.
It is available. Producer Erin is just telling me.
Perfect. Because it is something that I do use a lot of. Oh, look at that. What were I worrying about, Ben? That's no 2 pieces. Exactly, 2 pieces that's cut through, and all the score lines are on it. So do you see what I mean? If I'd have done that the first time round, all my box would be ready for me to do. But instead, silly old Debbie now has got to start that again. So I'm just going to run that through, and we'll pop that in. And again, I'm just going to run that one through so that you can see where you need to start to put your box together.
That card, by the way, sorry Debbie, is coming up in our next show, which is Launch Party at 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 o'clock East Coast in a stamping collection. So if you want to get your hands on that, along with some other goodies as well, you might just want to have a look at that show, which is coming to you, as I say, a little bit later on this evening or this afternoon, depending on where you are. That's going to be an absolute cracker as well. Some newbies, a CTV exclusive to bring to you later on. Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
I might not know about that just yet.
Oh, okay. Well, make sure you're here at 7 o'clock. I'll fill you in beforehand, because that might be a bit awkward if we get there.
Bless you.
Don't know about it.
Now, what I've got, Ben, is I have now got my 4 pieces all ready to go to put together. Okay. However, I thought what we'd do is we'd also cut out, and we'll get this little bit out of the way, we're going to use the other main element of the box, which is the outside, Debbie can't even pick it up, main outside box lid. And again, this is the work part, which when you think about it, those 2 dies create your main box. And that in itself is just absolutely fabulous. And why I said it's really, oh, now what have she done with your card? Oh, do you know? We'll just get a little piece out ready, Ben. But yeah, that's that for me in itself. You're not having to do any of that measuring. You're not having to work out anything whatsoever because it's all been done for you.
Nobody wants that, do they? I can imagine
Nope.
that's the kind of thing that would put you off doing what we do. You know what I mean? If you had to bother with all that, all of the measuring and all of the writing the numbers and stuff, you just want a die that's going to do it all for you, don't you? Whack
Yeah.
it through 18 seconds.
Yeah.
You can get on to the fun stuff, you see.
And if you're anything like me as well, do you know when you do write down measurements and things like that? I forget where I put them sometimes, yeah? I know our Jan, she has a little book. She's very organised and she has a little book where she writes everything down, but I don't have the same organised brain as our Jan does.
Well, the problem is you write it all down in the book and then what happens? Lose the book, don't you? Lose the book.
Lose the book, yeah,
That's
you
what
can
happened.
lose the book,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
And you lose your mind.
All the time, Ben, all the time, honestly. But now you can see all the score lines. So I'm just going to bring in my bone folder. Where have I put it, Ben? I did have it earlier. What have I done with it? Oh, I know. Do you know, has anybody seen it lying around here?
you lost?
Because
Your bone folder?
I've lost my bone folder. Oh, look.
You and your bone folders.
Me and my bone folders. Do you know, I'd even got my little one already prepared in the bag. So what we're going to do is we're going to just burnish all of these score lines. Now, you're not even having to work this out. You're not having to get your scoreboard out and popping them into place because it's all been done for you. But what we're going to do is, just realise it's a little bit mucky, my bone folder. Don't know what I've been having down
you
there.
that too?
Looks like jam. Doesn't that look like jam? On the
Oh,
end.
what? Oh, sorry. I thought you said that. I thought you said, doesn't it look like jam?
No,
Jam?
look, it looks a bit like jam. Now you're
Jam.
making me say it now.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, it does look a little bit
It
like...
looks a bit like sticky jam. I don't know what. I must have been
You've not been
scoring.
using it to butter your toast with, have you?
No, I don't have toast anymore, Ben.
Oh, no, because
Health
you want
kick,
your healthy
health
eating.
kick, yeah, healthy eating, no
Healthy
bread
eating,
allowed.
no bread, no.
No bread allowed. Although I did sneak a piece this weekend at the event of
Oh,
my
that's allowed, isn't
lifetime.
it? That's allowed.
That's allowed, of course it is.
Weekends.
Of course it is. It's weekends.
Went to see the Fizz. We'll chat more about that later on.
I will do indeed. Now,
right.
literally, all my box piece is all ready. We're going to stick that together in a moment. But I thought what I'd do is I would show you how to do these because I think this is the important bit. And again, we do have it on instruction form, but I think it's easy for me to be able to explain what you need to do. So, again, all the score lines are in. So, all I'm going to show you, and I'll do it with the first one first, I'm going to bring in the first love heart onto the inside of that fold. I'm then going to bring in, again, we're going to push this inwards and we're going to give that nice burnish so that your little love heart comes on the inside. Do you know, I think I might have to switch to my little one because it's muckying my cardstock up. I don't know what it is that's on there, but not looking so good, Ben, not looking so good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally pop all my score lines and burnish every single one. So I'm just going to repeat that, Ben, on all four. So that's the first one.
Yep.
So you can see now that mechanism bit's working, but I'm just going to repeat it exactly the same. So you've got your square, you bring your first fold in, you score and burnish, sorry. You're going to do the same with your love heart, so you're going to bring it in. So best way I do it is I turn it over and fold it back on itself. But again, this is something that you'll get used to. And then these parts. Now, there's no right or wrong with these little pieces. It depends on the kind of finish that you want. And again, it's that there's no right or wrong way. But you can see all of them burnished. And I'm going to repeat that again with the next two pieces.
Well, whilst you're burnishing, I'll do some helloing. And say hi to Georgianne. He says, hi, Ben and Debbie from Clearwater, Florida. I love it when you two get together. We love it when we get together as well. We have a right old laugh. Normally goes a little bit off the rails as well, so stand by, strap yourselves in. Valerie Cook says, good morning from Southern California. Beth says, morning from Minnesota. Gilmore says, delighted to be here from Michigan. Well, we're delighted that you are here, Gilmore. Debbie says, wishing all a beautiful and great morning from Central Florida. Nee Connie says, good morning, lovely morning at work today with my Ms. Debbie and Lord Ben. Hello to all from New Jersey. Sue says, hi everyone from York. And Linny Jones says, hi Ben, Debbie and the CTV crew. And all my crafty friends, I've been up watching on Wake Up Call, and it was great to see A, Ben crafting again, and B, people standing side by side looking forward to a day of CTV. Yeah, we were sort of socially distanced, but I managed to perch on the edge of the counter earlier on to do a bit of crafting with Craig, and I'm going to try and perch myself next to Debbie.
Ooh.
A little bit like,
I got all excited then.
Never had that reaction before when I've told someone I'm going to perch next to them. I'm going to go and perch myself next to Debbie a little bit later on to do some crafting. Hopefully a little bit later on in launch party.
Oh, that's going to be lovely, Ben. That's going to be lovely. Now, got my lid all burnished and scored and die cut. Got all my 4 panels. We'll put these together in a moment. But what I'm going to explain is the little bit that you do have to do a little bit of cutting with your guillotine. And I'm just going to turn it over so I can show you what I mean by this. You'll see here on step 6 and step 7, it talks about all your bases and your layers. Because let's not forget, there's a lot of boxes in this box. But we're talking about the outside part. So you're going to be looking at the base for your outer layer, and it gives you all the measurements that you need, and it'll explain everything for you, what you need for all your 3 inner layers. So everything's all written down there, but I'll talk about those in a moment. The main one that I need is for that outer layer, so this is why I've cut this, and I've pre-cut this already. It's 3.8 inches by 3.8 inches, or in centimetre terms 9.6 centimetres, and this is where we're going to now stick our panels to, because I need a bottom for me bit, I need, that don't sound right, does it? Yeah,
bottom
I need
for
a
your base?
bottom bit, yeah.
Yeah, bottom.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Box bottom.
A box bottom. Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Need a box bottom.
Stop saying bottom.
So no, I know, I'm trying to think of another word for it. Base.
Base.
Base. Base sounds good.
Base.
We'll go with base. That's what we'll go with, Ben.
I've got this wrong for 3 days.
Oh,
6
poor
days
old
in a row
you.
would have been by the time Thursday rolls round for me. Oh, dear.
Oh, phew. Right, so what I'm going to explain is, and I think the easiest way for me to show you is, you could use any glue pen, any tape, any whatever it is that you prefer. My own personal preference is red liner tape. And I did see, because I did have you one in my car, I was listening to you and Craig.
Oh, yeah.
I had you on audio. Obviously, I can't see that,
no.
but I had you on audio, and I heard there is a fabulous new Get It Got It Good deal.
There is. New Get Got a Good
That's
deal.
going to work perfectly with this pen.
Yeah, you got
perfectly.
in it two bottles of your all-purpose glue. You've got a permanent tape pen. You've got a glue tape pen. You've got your chunky glue in there as well. Plus you've got double-sided foam sheets, and you've got your red liner double-sided tape as well in the 3mm, £16 or $24 for platinum members.
What a cracking
Boom.
price that is. Boom.
Yeah, a bit of everything in there.
Yeah, a bit of everything. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to peel this first piece off, and this is how I look at mine. Now, I take it up to the edge of my base, and before I actually commit to sticking it down, I actually turn it over to make sure that my bottom's nice and neat.
Yep.
The base is nice and neat. Now give that a little burnish, and you can see now I've got a really nice straight edge, and it does make a difference. So I just took the red line tape off and laid it on the top. I didn't actually commit to sticking to it. I know it's super sticky and super strong, but it just gave me that perfect opportunity to line that up. And then it's a simple case of now we're going to do exactly the same. So we're going to take another piece, and we're now going to line it up. So when you look at it again, Ben, you can see where it actually slips in. So you love how it goes in. Now again, you can have this on the outside or the inside. It doesn't really matter, because we're going to be covering those pieces up. I suppose it really depends on the kind of neat finish that you actually want. Now, me and myself personally, because I'm covering it up, I don't worry about this little bit. So I don't want anyone getting the knickers in a twist over. Should the flaps go on the outside or the inside? There's, again, like I said, no right or wrong way. It's dependent on you yourself.
Exactly right.
So what I'm just doing, Ben, is I'm going to lay in all my red liner tape up, and I'll get it ready on the next one as well. And then I'll show you how to put it all together. But you can be using, because we know that our tape pen is really, really strong. It is a strong adhesive, so you can be using that as well. So what I'm just going to do, Ben, is before I connect these two pieces, I'm going to lay this one down first again. So I'm going to lift off my tape. Let's get that in there. Do love red liner tape. It's one of my favourites. And again, I'm just going to line it up. I tend to do this a little bit by eye, but before I actually commit to sticking down, again, I'm turning it over, making sure that's nice and lined up. It will make a difference on your box fold if you don't get that bit right. So just take your time with that one. And again, I'm going to just take that off.
Do it the Yorkshire way.
Do it the what way?
The Yorkshire way.
What's the Yorkshire way?
By eye.
By eye. Oh, I know. I
Aye.
keep forgetting. I should translate when I come onto these shows.
No. By eye.
By eye.
Yeah.
Does anybody else use that expression? By eye.
By eye. Let us know if you use the expression. I think it's a thing, isn't it? By eye. Do it by eye.
I do it by eye. Yeah.
Aye.
Now, instead of trying to make yourself life difficult by, fiddling little ends, you can just turn it round and just do it again.
Yeah.
So don't try struggling with it or anything like that. Just make it work easy for you. You don't have to do much of the hard work because we've done that all for you with these dies. You're just doing all what's it called? Finesse details. The finesse details where you're just, doing all your scoring, you're going to do all the decoration, the exciting bit. But yeah, absolutely. So again, all we're going to do, we're going to line that up on that side and we're going to just fold that over and then that one into itself as well. So there's nothing really hard about this, Ben. No. It's really quite straightforward. But I just love the idea. No more messing about with scoreboards.
Oh, that's it. No more faffing around.
No faff yet. No faff whatsoever.
It seems as well that lots of you are agreeing that you've already got these. Deborah's saying, I'd like to do a box for 2 boys, 13 years old, have home graduation celebration pics. Not sure what paper or decoration to use. You're asking for suggestions on the socials there, Deborah. Brenda is saying, I make lots of boxes for friends, but none like this. I will watch with interest. And lots of you actually crafting on these currently. Jenny saying exploding boxes are so much fun to gift. And Panda Crafts on YouTube just saying, I just made another exploding box between shows. If you're making boxes right now, send in the pictures to us so we can do a little exploding box gallery at some point during the show. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is the place to send your pictures, please. Kerry on Facebook says, I've had this set since Christmas. I've been nervous to use it.
Oh!
I think I'm ready now to have a play.
Is that a Kevin, did you say?
It's a Kerry.
Kerry, sorry. Didn't quite catch that at the inside studio.
Kerry,
get it out and have a play. Please, please, please. I want to show you just how easy it is. Bookmark this show.
Yes.
And you can come back to this and you can follow these instructions because, like I said, again, it's that visual thing, Ben. It really does make a difference when you are using these these dies. Having a visual on it at the same time makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
I've attached that onto there, just making sure it's nice and flush. You can see a nice, neat bottom there. And what I'm going to do now is these 2 little flaps to connect the whole box together. You're going to stick that down onto there and that one onto this part as well. Okay. So literally just take that off, line that up. Let's just bring that in on itself. Make sure I've got that nice and neat and it's not, nearly then, Ben. Whoa. Right. And then again, I'm just going to do the same there. I'm going to take that off and bring that in on itself. There we go. So let's just make sure that's not, there we are. So that's all the sticking bits. Don't worry about these flaps. Like I said, in, out, it's up to you.
Yeah.
We're going to be covering them up in a minute anyway. But what you've got now is, and if I just show you, is the basis of your box. So you can see your box there. And that is the exploding part. The next bit is going to be all the decoration. We're going to lay it all up the insides and we'll stick our box lid together. Shall we quickly do that, Ben?
What? Hey, what?
Shall we quickly put this together?
Why not? Fire away.
Let's get this in. So I'm just going to pop all my tape on again because then what we've done in this first stage is we've actually put the box together.
Good stuff. Nice to know as well that our Julia says the phrase by eye.
Yay!
And Evelyn on Facebook says, I say eyeballing it.
Eyeballing it. I like that one, yeah. Eyeballing it. That's a good
eyeball.
one.
And I must just say hello to Shadiah, who says, Lord Ben, and where is my hello? You are going to be put on the naughty stairs today. Shadiah,
how can you forget Shadiah?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't see it initially, and I've just seen it pop up now. So Shadiah, hopefully, I can come off the naughty step. Do you know what? I am having a bit of a thing with my eyes today, so I've got I can see it. I just didn't. I think that I went back to... Anyway, Shadiah, I've said hello now, so please can I come off the naughty step? Because it's supposed to be a minute, isn't it, for every year that you've been alive. That's how the naughty step works. So if that's the case, I'm on it for another 16 minutes at this rate, so hopefully you will accept my apology. It's a minute, isn't it? Did you know that, naughty step?
No. So you said 16?
Yeah.
You have to stay on it for 6. Why do you have to stay on it for 16? How old are you?
Well, we've already been on the show 26 minutes.
So I get it. Oh, dear me, that took me a while. I'm thinking, my God, you've knocked a few years off, mister. That's what I thought you'd done. I'm thinking, wait,
he's had a paper round, he's only 16. Oh, dear, look at the state of him. It's working with Debbie is what it is.
What are you like? Now then, I have just literally turned all the inside flaps onto the inside of the second flap, shall I say.
Yes.
So if I just show you, it gives it a really nice strength. If you think about this box, there's a lot of pieces to hold together. So it's a nice strengthened box lid. And then all we're going to do is, like we would do with any normal boxes, we're going to put our chosen tape. And again, while I've got my red liner tape out, I'll just pop a little bit of red liner tape. Let's just cut myself 4 little pieces. But again, you could be using tape pens, tacky glue. I probably wouldn't use all-purpose personally, just because of the seepage.
Right. Because
you could get a little bit of seepage coming out, and that's the last thing you want. So it's a fantastic glue, and it's super, super strong. It really is a great glue. But for construction and things like this, I tend to stick with me either my tape pen or my red liner tape. Right, there we go. So I'm going to take all of those off, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to construct our lid together. And that bit is the outside done completely. So literally what you do now, Ben, is you take your little flap, turn it in, and literally stick it together.
Bottom of your screen details for the got it good, by the way, which, as we said, is just brilliant because you get in there your all-purpose glue, 2 bottles of, you've got a tape pen in there, you've got a dotty tape pen, you've got your chunky glue as well with the tools, your red liner tape, the 3mm, and also your double-sided foam sheets, A4, you get 5 of those included. Thank you, Shaddai, just saying, Ben, you're off the naughty stairs. That's brilliant news! And Nicole says, I have these dies, but I'm confused about the direction. Stating cut at 3.8 inches. How do we measure 3.8 in the US? 3.8 inches. I think you said at the start. It's about 9.5 centimetres, isn't it?
Just slightly, a tad over 9.5. It's 9. It works out at 9.6. The best bit of advice is if you've got. Do you have one of your scoreboards? Yeah, okay. I use my scoreboard sometimes, and I take my scoreboard, take the measurement from there, and then use it on my guillotine if I can't quite work it out. On the guillotine itself, let me just bring our guillotine in for a second. On the guillotine itself, you've got your inches at the top, at the bottom, and your centimetres at the top. So if you were lining it up, let's just bring in a piece of cardstock just for a second, show you what I mean. The 3.8, you would be looking at. When you look at here, these markings, or when you're looking at the centimetres, wherever you're going to, I'll do the 9.6. The 9.6 is you count up to that number 6 line and kind of work it out from there. And you can see it's just over, for this one, just over the 3 3/4 inches. If you were going to cut it though, like I said, you could use the scoreboard, and I'm trying to quickly find a scoreboard, Ben. Going on to the inches side, you could do it this way, and you could use a pencil, or what did Debbie do with a pencil? Oh, it's here, look. You could use your pencil as a guide, and you could go up to 3.8. Now, if you were counting on 3.8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait a minute, that's not right, Debbie. Oh, silly on me, you can't work out my maths there. But if you were going to count it up, it is just literally past, it's like your 3 3/4 mark, so you go on to there. Okay. If you wanted to do it on the centimetre side again, you could use your centimetre. The only difficulty bit here is that this is like 9, 9.5, 10, so it's just the fraction after it. I personally would use a guillotine myself, but I have been known to use my my scoring board to help me with measurements. Or, do you know what you could use? Good old-fashioned ruler.
Oh, yeah.
Good old-fashioned ruler, and I carry my ruler everywhere with me, so literally you could use that as well. Lots of ways that you can do it to achieve that, and again, it's super simple because it's all written down there for you.
It couldn't be easier to make one of these boxes, and they are absolutely amazing, as we said. So super simple to do once you've got those dies within your crafty hands. And again, the fact that you're going to get the ability to make all of these, little added extras as well. There's little waterfalls in there too. The little mini box that goes inside. I mean, what are you going to be putting in there? Is literally the best sort of box you could ever have to maybe pop in. I don't know. Maybe you're thinking of popping the question, pop a ring in there. Maybe you just want to, give somebody a little present. I love the idea earlier on. Someone came up with the idea of using these as a little kind of scrapbook memory box. just having some photos in there, then maybe having a little bit of, whatever it might be, something in there, maybe been to a concert or whatever it might be, you can put all the photos within there, and then little bits and pieces inside the box, maybe as a graduation gift idea too. There's so many different things that you can do with these, and once you see through the show how easy it is to pop all of these together, you'll want to grab them, particularly for the fact that this is the best ever price we've done this for, at £44 or $54.40 if you're shopping with us in the US. The only thing I would say is if you haven't got any lovely papers to be working with, I'm sure you probably have, but if you haven't, we have got some beautiful paper pads for you to get your hands on today. This is a good excuse as well to be just generally topping up on your paper pads right now. Now, Debbie's going to be using some from the Garden Party 12 by 12 collection, which I've got for you here. 48 sheets in total. It's a great day to be shopping for these because look at the price. The platinum price on this is $8.31 or $12.77. Again, it may well be that you've got this collection already and you need to stock up, get that in your basket. The Garden Party collection, £8.31. Now, again, what I love about these boxes is that you can decorate them to your own style. For whatever the occasion might be, I truly believe we've got paper pads for that occasion as well. The chinoiserie collection has been so popular recently. We had the full collection on, I think it was either last week or the week before. Loads of you were buying the collection. Loads of you were doubling up and getting more of these paper pads as well. 40% of the stock of this pad has gone. It is absolutely stunning, giving you a taste of that sort of Asian influence. I love this so much, and you can get it again. Look at that price, platinum, £8.31 or $10.21. 48 sheets once again, double-sided within that collection. Maybe again, you're looking for something a little bit more funky, a little bit more fresh, a little bit more fun perhaps. Then we've got the farmhouse collection. So again, 12 by 12, 42 sheets in total. This is really nice, and it's producer Erin's favourite, I think. What I love about this is the fact that you've got some really pretty florals in here. You've got elements of the farmyard in here too. You've got some gorgeous check patterns in here, some stripes, some ginghams. You've got some almost like frames in there as well. It's really, really lovely. And the colours, the colours in here as well, really stunning. I love that. It's just all the daisies, isn't it? It's very pretty, very pretty. £8.31 again, or $10.21. Really love that. And I'm loving the prices on all these too. Now, the everyday celebrations. We are literally about to sell out of this, so if you've had this in your mind, maybe you've got it in your basket right now, it is literally a case of get it now because it's about to sell out. This is the one that Debbie is using currently, $8.31 or $10.85. That is literally about to sell out. If it's in your basket, check out or miss out. And then I think this is going to be very useful, certainly for, I would say, 3 of the pads that I've just shown you there, your everyday brights. I just think, the fact is, you've got all of these gorgeous colours, kind of every colours of the rainbow, just to kind of help match up and help with your mats and layers for all of the pads that we've gone through just then. I'm thinking plenty in here to match up with your everyday celebrations, plenty in there, for your farmhouse as well. I just think this is kind of like a must-have to go with any of the kind of pattern paper pads that you've perhaps got in your basket as well. It'll help those go further, and it'll just help you get those gorgeous layers and colour combos together as well. £12.79 or $15.97 is the deal on that one. And something else which is back in stock, which you guys have been going absolutely bonkers for, the magnets, the craft magnets. Right, so you're going to get, look, ready, whoop, whoop, whoop. Ready, whoop, whoop. It's magic. No, it's not, it's magnets. These are brilliant, right? Because you're going to get 16 in a pack. So that gives you 48 in total because you're going to get 3 packs. These would be rather useful for these sort of boxes. They would be definitely brilliant for things like your precious memory collection as well. Also think if you're into your soft crafts, these are perfect for little clasps on your bags as well, aren't they? They're super, super handy. And they're one of those items that whenever we get them in stock, they tend to sell out very quickly. Case in point here again, we kind of made you aware of these earlier on a wake-up call, and I told you around about 3 hours ago that 30% of the stock has gone. We are now over 40. In fact, scrub that, 45% of the stock has gone. £6.40 if you're platinum, or $10.40. Super, these are, and actually, now they're back in stock, you know how super handy they are. it may well be that you get these once, twice, thrice. Just get them, because they will go again. They will sell out. Make sure you have got yours before they do. And let's chat about this collection. Come on, this is brilliant. As I say, last time we had this here, it was flying out the door, and once again today, that is the case. I'll tell you for why. It's the best price yet on this, and actually this is making these exploding boxes really, really simple for you. Again, you're not having to faff with these. You're not going to have to worry about measurements. You're not going to have to worry about getting a little book and jotting everything down. You've got all of the dies within this collection to do all of the hard work for you. And then the brilliant thing is, again, you've got all of the little added extras to allow you to have those beautiful sort of twist and pops in there, to allow you to have those waterfalls in there as well. Think about all the different occasions that you can be using these for, whether it be as a gift for a wedding potentially, whether it be, you know, maybe you are thinking about popping the question. I mean, how amazing would it be to do that with a box like this? Love the idea earlier on as well of keeping your memories within these little boxes. I just think there's so many different things that you can do. And the fact that you can totally personalize these to the person that you're going to be giving the box to, with all of the different pattern papers that we've got on the show today as well. I just think you're missing out if you're not jumping in and grabbing this today. And also, if you are thinking, well, I'd love to go for this, but I'm a little bit apprehensive, a little bit worried, don't worry, you've got full instructions included. And if you subscribe to us on YouTube, you've got this masterclass, so a full 2 hours here with our Debbie taking you through it all, and go back to May the 19th, you've got another full 2 hours there for you as well. So you've got all the tutorial that you would need. And as I said, if you look at the boards here, you've got all of the dies there to make life easy for you. So you've just seen this die in action here, which has helped Debbie to create the kind of base of the box, if you like, and then you've got all of the other added pieces in here too, which you're going to use you know, for things like those flaps, things like those embellishments as well. So that's all in there for you. Once you've cut it out, it will look a little bit like this, but as I say, we're going to go into that in more detail with Debbie as we go through making the exploding box that she's got the other side of the studio. Then you've got that really cool twist and pop mechanism in there as well, so great for, you know, putting your little messages on, great for adding photos there as well. And once again, within that collection, you've got little added frames in there also just for decorating up your box. And then on top of that, the box within the box, so the mini box is yours by way of this template again, so it makes it super easy to pop this together. So you've got your outer box with all of the added embellishments and your inner box as well, but there is more, and this is why this is the best deal ever, because we are bringing you these 3 other dies for free. You're not paying for these within this bundle, so you're going to get that slider mechanism. Love the fact that you can kind of have you know, little hidden pictures or little hidden messages within your box as well, so that's included, nice and simple to do with this 3 die combo. Then on top of that, and again, you're not paying for this, you've got your waterfall mechanism. Again, you know, so much that you can add to these boxes by way of little pictures, by way of little messages, just putting different pattern papers on there. It's going to look absolutely stunning. And then the last item that you are not paying for are your fancy border dies as well. So all of that today for just £44 or $54.40 if you're a platinum member, I think is an absolute steal. And I just think it's going to be one of those collections you're going to get back and you're going to have so much fun playing with. This is not a quick craft. This is not something that you're going to sit down and do in 5 minutes, but why would you want it to be? This is like a craft that you're going to want to sit down, enjoy piecing together, choosing all of the different patterns and pictures, choosing all of the different people that you're going to be using this for, and you're just going to have an absolute ball putting one of these boxes together. And once you've made one, you'll be making 2, you'll be making 3, you'll be making 4. Amazing. Right, let us get back to our Debbie. Hopefully this is all making lots of sense, and hopefully you're whacking these into your basket right now. I can't believe we're getting all of this for that amazing price. I truly think that once you've made one, you'll come back and make loads of these, won't you, Debbie?
Oh, you will. I can promise you will. And you'll be thinking all the different people that you can give them to.
Yeah.
All the occasions that you can give them for as well. But honestly, what a great price. And it really, truly is a great price to get hold of it today. Like I said, no more worrying. And it's one of those dies as well that you've got forever, that's never got, you know, something like this isn't one of those, you know, on-trend things.
No.
This is going to be something that you'll use time and time and time again. Can't wait to see some of your lovely pictures. So I hope you're sending them in as we speak. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of decorating at the minute because we've still got our box, but it looks a bit plain at the minute. We'll go about all the insides in a moment. We've still got loads of time, so we'll go about all those. But I want to decorate the outside. Now, I had to change it up slightly a little bit. So I've used a little bit of mixture of papers with this demonstration, Ben. But I've taken one of the dies that comes from the box, you know, the main mechanisms. That's the word I'm looking
Mechanisms,
for.
you did it.
I did all the extra little bits. So we're going to do a little bit of die cutting with those, Ben. So let's just pop those through. I'm going to give you a little, well, show you a little tip that you can do to create the perfect matten layer for inside your heart as well. Because there's a couple of ways that you can do it. You can either take your pencil. You can take your pencil, draw around it, use it as a template, or you can do the cheats way, which one of my little special guests that's here today, we'll just say, have I given too much away? She gave me a little super top tip on how to make my life easier. So we'll show you a little cheats way of how you can use this as well. But in these dies, look at these, Ben, they're just glorious, absolutely beautiful, where you can add little things too. So I'm going to give it to someone. I love this one.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be for my box lid, so that's going to go on the top. I think we'll have a little bit of contrasting paper underneath. Let's have a look. What can we have? We'll have a little bit of greenage going off. I've got my all-purpose glue. Was this some all-purpose glue in the Get It Got It Good deal as well?
The what? Sorry, what?
So you weren't listening to me.
Sorry, no, I was just reading
you
the question.
You were miles away,
no,
weren't you, Ben?
reading the question that's coming from
Is that
Rhonda.
what you do to your normal wife as well as your TV wife? Do you just switch off listening to her?
Sorry, what did you say?
Little devil. I
find with my normal wife, I mean, we have a very good relationship, in case you think that I'm moaning. I sort of am. She always starts chatting. I don't get the TV a lot, but when I want to watch something on the TV and I get the chance to have the TV, that's when she normally starts chatting at me. And then I'm obviously watching what I'm wanting to watch, but then she's chatting and then she tells me off because I'm not listening to her. And then I'm like, what did you say? Oh, you never listen to me. And I was like, no, but you always start chatting to me when I'm trying to listen to something else. You know what I mean?
I know, it does happen.
Deb, isn't it?
It is swings and roundabouts. But what I was saying was then...
Yep. Sorry, what?
Was this...
Yes, it is.
Yes, was that in me Got It Good deal? Woo! Woo! Now, that's my box lid. What am I going to do? In fact, I might put a little foam pad on the back of that. Now then, dare I ask, was there any foam pads in the Get It Got It Good deal?
You've got your... now, no foam pads... But you've got your double-sided foam sheets.
Ooh.
You've got. I'll tell you all of it. You've got double-sided. You've got your red liner tape in there. Double-sided foam sheets. You've got your chunky glue with the tools.
Oh.
With the corned beef key.
Perfect.
You've got 2 tape pens, 1 dotty, 1 normal, and then 2 bottles of your all-purpose.
Perfect.
Boom.
Perfect. Absolutely. Now, I've also used one of the other little dies, Ben, to create myself a little love heart one.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. I'll see if I can get that off for you. But there's loads to choose from. You've got a little, I call it my little worm, my wiggly worm, that one.
It's like a little wiggly worm.
It's like a little wiggly worm.
Yeah,
It's got some beautiful stitch design in the middle. Got some lovely florals on there. You can see where I took my main one from. You've got a lovely scallop one. That would look beautiful on the edge of your box lid, actually. You've got a lovely, like a Celtic one on there. There's others as well on this side. Tags on here. We've got 2 different styles of tags. Got a smaller love heart, so you could put more than perhaps one on there. Lots of lovely little features, but I took this one from my little love hearts. So I'm just going to use my dotty tape pen for this, just to go on there. Let's see if I can get that. And I'm going to put those on the outside edge of my box lid. Thank you.
Welcome.
Ben. Thank you, helping me out there. But literally, this is just the decoration part. So once we've done this and we've decorated the inside of the box, then we'll get on to those inner parts. And I'll try and, well, I'm going to promise, I'm going to do every single stage of that kit that you are getting at that fabulous price today. So you can see how easy it is to use this. She says, losing a little bits. But yeah, see how easy it is to put it all together. And then the question is, who are you going to personalise it for?
Absolutely.
Now, my printer's run out, Ben, at home.
Oh,
yeah, it's not working very well. I need a new printer. I think I've said that about 5 times now, and I still haven't got one. But
yeah, I'm sure you've been saying that for a few weeks.
I have been saying it for a few weeks, and I do need to get myself a new printer. And I was going to use the one up here at work, but unfortunately it doesn't print small pictures. So it prints pictures, but it'd have to be pictures of people in faraway places. as in little dots in, you know those pictures that you take and you've got more background than you have of the person, that kind of picture.
Oh.
So, but
I just zoom it before you print it though.
Yeah, well, do you know what? Now I thought about it, I could have done. Weren't thinking at all, weren't thinking at all. Oh, now look how lovely that's looking. So that's on my box lid.
Gorgeous.
All done. So that little tip that I was telling you, I'm using some of the. Now I've had to switch this up a little bit, so I'm using some of the garden party. Yes, the party. And this is a little cheats way that how you can use this to create your perfect heart to go into the heart part.
It's not a cheat way, it's an easy way.
It is an easy way. And bearing in mind, you could cut about 2 or 3 sheets of this because this is just paper cards. Paper cardstock, that doesn't make sense, Debbie. Paper pads. Paper pads. 180 GSM. And you know that you can use more than just one sheet of 180 GSM. So at any one time, you've already seen me cut through 2 pieces of 300 GSM, so yeah, absolutely you're going to be able to cut that out. But this is just a little way that you can do this. And all you need to do, Ben, is following those score lines, is just snip that away. So let's grab my big scissors. So big scissors. You could use your guillotine though, if you want a neater finish. If you're not steady with your hand, you could use a guillotine as well. But I'm just showing you how quick that was to do. And it's even got the score line in, Ben. So you're not even having to work out where to put it to fit it into that centre. So I think that's just a little top tip that we've got there. Now let me just push these plates. Getting a bit mucky on my side here, Ben.
That's not like you.
Getting a bit mucky down here. I've got plates galore. Bet I'm going to just stick these in. So we've got all my little love hearts. I am going to use all-purpose for this. I want to wriggle them into place. So I am going to use my all-purpose, but you could use your tape pen. Just remember with your tape pen, it is quite a solid glue and it doesn't give you any wiggly time to get it into place. But what you can do there is literally, so I'm just flattening my art out a minute. Ooh, could you imagine flattening your art out? Ooh, don't want to do that, do you?
We don't want to do that, not in real life.
Not in real life,
Not in real life, in craft maybe.
In craft I can flatten it, but yeah, just literally all you're going to do now is place these over, and again, so easy. Yeah. Super easy to do.
Lots of people loving your demos so far. Lots of love for the paper pads that we've shown you. The chinoiserie collection keeps getting mentioned. Laura's saying, gosh, the Grey Roses page in that chinoiserie collection, drool. I want a dress in that pattern. I said actually last time we had this on, I wouldn't mind a few shirts from some of the patterns that we've got in that particular paper pad.
It's probably one of the most delicious, rich,
Opulent,
beautiful, opulent. Yeah, opulent. That's a good word, Ben. Opulent. Yeah. A bit like you, my darling.
Oh, thank you.
A bit like you, So yes, but absolutely gorgeous paper pad.
Bottom of the screen for the chinoiserie.
Ooh.
Laurie just saying, just got these, we'll have to watch later in full. Deborah just saying, got this collection on 8% auto ship. If you are one of those people that have already got this collection, by the way, feel free to send in the pictures. I know that already Panda Crafts has sent in a few pictures, so thank you. We're going to be sharing a few of those with you just a few moments time. And also let us know in the comments if you've already got these. Inspire everybody else as well. What have you been making your boxes for? Who have you been making your boxes for? And also which papers have you been decorating your boxes with? Just so that we're like flying around a few ideas here. Let me know what you put in the middle of your little. What was in the middle of the box as well? Am I being too nosy now? Maybe. Maybe. But let us know what you put in there. Was it, sweets? Was it a bit of, I don't know. What else you put? A little Ferrero Rocher maybe in there, be quite nice. Was it a ring?
Oh, a ring.
Let us know if it was a ring.
I like the idea of a ring, Ben. I like the idea of a ring. I need someone to in my life to give me one, but I like the idea of a ring. Sounds nice. There's a few sweeties in mind that have got those little clay rings.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll have one of them. I'll have one of them. Now, at the moment, I've got my little love hearts into place. Already decorated my box lid, so my box lid's already done and dusted. But these parts now. So I want you to think about this when you're doing your matting and layering. So if you think about your box bit and it is 3 1/4 inch, and I'll just show you with me ruler. 3 1/4 inch square is how this box actually, you know, is in depth and dimension. So whenever you're using papers, and I've used the Garden Party again because that pad's just delicious. I love this one. And I've used some textured cardstock. I've already done my matting and layering, but when you think about how, and I personally like a 1/4 inch gap. So all I do is, if you bearing in mind that that is 3, did I say 3 3/4, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah. 3 3/4. I chose my first mat at 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and then the patterned paper at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and that's how you achieve that look to get that perfect matting and layering. And I did say to you about these panels being on the inside or outside, it doesn't really matter because they're getting covered up. I'm not going to cover up the centre because I've got a box that's going to sit in the middle. I might actually put a little piece in, but I'm debating on this one. Yeah, I'm a bit like that, Ben. I'm a bit like that. But what I am going to do is put that gorgeous pink inside for the inside layer.
Okay.
And again, I'm going to use all-purpose glue. It gives me the wiggle time to get it into place.
Yes.
Yeah. And again, it just covers all them gubbins up as well, so you don't have to worry about all those pieces. It makes it really nice and neatly finished, and I do like this for that reason. So again, I'm just going to do, let's pop a nice bit on there and wiggle that into place. And again, you can centralise it, so you can get it centralised, so you've got nice, neat, you know, where you are placed.
Okay.
Oh,
Tracy's on the cupcake run. Cupcake run. Don't get
no,
this in the
I'm
other
just
shit.
no cupcake for me, Tracy. I'm being healthy eating.
I'm trying
so
to be
as
healthy
I was
eating.
going to say, are we having a coffee run?
Now, Tracy...
She's giving me the look. She gave me the look.
Our Tracy's just come in with cupcakes.
Oh,
I've
look
taken
at those
one.
cupcakes.
And now Debbie's asking for coffees. For those of you who are asking about the team on today, by the way, it's Tracy, it's George, and also Erin running the Good Ship Craft today. You're not going to have one?
Oh, look how drooling they look beautiful. No, I can't. No, I'm not. I'm being really good, Tracy. Thank you very much.
Well done.
I've left it in the house. She's saying, coffee, where's your coffee? I've left it in the house, so it's just a black coffee, please, Tracy. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, she's so good. She looks after us so well. She really does.
Why is it when you're trying to eat healthy in this place,
everybody comes out? Yeah,
with pizzas and sweets and cakes and all sorts. It always happens. You go, oh, I'm going to start eating healthy. You can guarantee everyone brings in the cakes and all of the naughty stuff. So fair play to you there, Debbie. Fair play.
I know, I'm being really good, the willpower, but that's because I've got a really nice dinner in the fridge as we speak, and I don't want to... I had a little dropped off the wagon at the weekend,
that's
shall
all right.
we say.
Weekend's all right. You had a bit of a cheat.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a tiny cheat, that's all I'm going to say. I said tiny cheat, it was really mainly alcohol, and I blame Nigel May, because it was him that made me drop off that wagon. But food-wise, I chose really well, Ben. I was quite pleased with my food choices, but yes, if I have one of those delicious buns that I can see in the corner of my eye that looks absolutely divine, oh my days, no, it's not worth it. No. What is it? A moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips, Ben, a lifetime on the hips, yes. And we don't want that, we don't want that. Now, literally, all I've done is I've repeated the outside measurements being the same, but I've chosen that gorgeous Garden Party, again, that beautiful paper. It's just delightful, it really, really is. The colour, I think there's something about those warm colour tones, but can you see now, Ben? And again, if you wanted to, you can pop a little bit on your bottom as well, so you could put a little bit on there and decorate it up a little bit, have a nice little fancy bottom. Fancy bottom, yeah, base, fancy base.
Base, fancy base.
Devils.
I thought you were going to start rapping there.
Do you think I'm going to do that?
Base, fancy base. Base, fancy base.
But yeah, and I think, do you know what? I think I might have a little one. I might just have a plain piece in the middle. So let me bring my cardstock back. Oh no, that's only a little piece. Let me bring that back in, and I'm only going to put a little layer on the bottom. Okay. So I said, what did I say? 3 1/4 is the outside, so 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Little bit of titivation live on air.
Oh, a little bit of live titivation. Tuesday titivation.
Oh, is it Tuesday?
Is it Tuesday? I hope it is. Yeah, it's definitely Tuesday.
I'm losing track of my days already.
Monday?
I thought it was Monday.
No, definitely Tuesday. Tuesday titivation.
Tuesday titivation. I love it. Yeah. But there you go. So I've titivated my box up, and that now is literally, and I pull those pieces in. Let me just get everything back into its place. Come on, in you go, in, push in. There we are. Let's just get all those bits together. I don't know why Debbie's having fingers and thumb issues here at the moment, but there we go. So I'm just going to pop my lid over the top. And then, oh, Debbie, come on, girl. Wait a minute, Ben.
What are you
I think
doing?
I might need to, let me just give it a nice little, let me just manipulate it into its place. There we are. I don't know why I was struggling with it, I really don't. But bringing it up, and it just seals with my box lid over the top. There we go.
Boom.
And now we have got our outside and our lid all done, ready for filling up in the middle.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the next stages. So just need a quick breather, Ben, if I may. Is that okay?
That is okay with me. And just to say as well, doesn't that box look great as it is already?
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
always have to go the whole hog with these. You can make them as over the top or as quite laid back and simplistic as you want them to be. What I would say to you though is a few of you are drooling over our paper pads. The paper pad that you've just seen there is the Garden Party collection, and drool no more, friends, because all of the papers are here. Some gorgeous designs, as you can see. £8.31 or £12.77. It was actually No, Jenny was saying this paper pad perfect for an exploding box. Yeah, it is absolutely, and it's only £8.31 today or £12.77 if you are a platinum member. Yes, great for this box, but then also you've got 48 sheets of gorgeous designs to use in all of your other crafts as well. Just before we show you some other goodies that we've got on the show, Shaddai just saying, I wish that box was coming to find its way to my home. I'm loving it. Michelle says, I'll take Debbie's cupcakes. Well, we would send you out cupcakes, but obviously they're going to be off, aren't they, by the time we've sent them to you. And lots of chat about all of the paper pads today, actually. Peg just saying, I received the chinoiserie collection yesterday. The paper pad is beautiful. So yeah, lovely. Thank you for all of these. I just wanted to quickly show you a few of the other deals that we've got coming on the show, like, for example, if you are in need of a cutting mat, I mean, it may well be that you've got one of these already, but if you are new to crafting, definitely something that you will want in your life. It's 12 by 18 is this one. Perfect tool, particularly when you're crafting with things like your knives, for example. And the great thing is with this deal is that you go for the mat today. We are giving you the knife with the replacement blades for absolutely nada. £10.39 or $18.36 is the deal on that. Now, as far as the paper pads are concerned, we've also got some hunky-dory on the show for you as well. The Matt-tastic paper pad, which we, again, kind of gave you a little bit of a sneaky peek of on Wake Up Call a little bit earlier on, I absolutely love. So Hunky-Dory do some gorgeous paper, do some gorgeous cardstock. This is the duotone matte-tastic paper pad. So the fact is with this, it's kind of like you've got two sort of colourful paper pads in one, and the fact that this is matte-tastic means that you can do all of your stamping on here. You can get your inks onto here as well. But what I love about this more than anything, like I said, is you've got the different tones on here. So these pads are absolutely perfect again for doing your matting and layering, and for kind of doing your colour graduations as well, because if you're never quite sure what colour goes with what, when you've got a pad like that which gradually goes through all of the tones, it's perfect for you. Now you've got burnt sienna and your apricot burst within that first pad, because you're going to get 4 pads in total. Each pad, as I say, 8 by 8 in size and 48 pages. So 150 GSM. Again here, you can see that graduation of colours and the fact that you've got the 2 tones with this as well. So you can, you can flip this round, absolutely no problem at all. That is your rich velvet and your rosewood. We've then also got your French blue and your forest fern, all 8 by 8, as I say, 48 more sheets within that. And then finally, you've got your intense espresso and your honey. This has been very popular already today, as I say. Once it's gone, it is gone. You're saving 10%. Platinum members saving another 20% on top of that, which brings the price down to $28.77 if you're shopping in the UK, $43.17 if you're shopping with us in the US. So all 4 of those for that amazing price. And then we've got your duo design papers. I don't think I've seen these before, and I absolutely love them. But you've got your Terrazzo Chic and Splendid Speckle with your vintage maps and your aged paper as well. This, though, the Terrazzo Chic and Splendid Speckle, take a look at the designs that you've got in here. I love that. How have I never seen these paper pads before? These are funky, aren't they?
Oh, I love that.
Have you seen these before?
I have never seen those before. They're
Where have
gorgeous.
these been hiding?
Where has that been? Has our Craig had hold of that one?
I do not know.
Has they been that snuffling that to one side?
I like that.
Beautiful.
It's like duck egg, isn't it? Gorgeous. Some really fun, funky designs in here. Double-sided as well. Look at that. That looks a little bit like one of the designs I could have chosen for my kitchen worktop in my new home. It does. There's some really, really funky designs in this collection. And this is yours for just £7.99 or $11.99. How have I missed that? 48 pages, you've got 12 double-sided designs, 4 of each included within that. But this is the one that I like the best. The vintage maps and aged paper, and it's about to go. If you want to jump in and grab this, look, right, you've got some lovely designs on the reverse, but I don't know what it is about maps that I really love.
Just divine. That is
It's got that
gorgeous.
aged effect there, hasn't it? Look at that.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And I think we've pretty much got the whole of the globe covered off here. But the perfect thing is, again, you've got... Producer Erin keeps going in my ear. It's not going to last. I don't know if that means I need
I'm
to
not surprised. You know, I was thinking of using this in boxes. Do you know I'm using these in your boxes?
Yeah.
What about someone who's going travelling?
Yeah, I know.
And doing them a little box, a little mental box, and use those papers in the background there. They are divine. I think that's my favourite. I love that one.
They're about to go, is all I'm being told. Any second now, they're about to sell out. Stunning, £7.99 or $11.99, but that is going to sell out. Now, coming up this evening, we've got a launch party for you. Not only on launch party are we going to be bringing you a CTV exclusive, there it is, which also comes with 100 bonus points, but we've also got the remaining stock available for you of the Ultimate Verse Compendium, of which there isn't much stock left. And then back tomorrow morning, myself and Craig will be here with a special guest. Who is it? Who is it? You'll have to tune in tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock on the East Coast, 12 o'clock here in the UK, to find out. And as I say, make sure you tune in later on for launch party, because I cannot wait to bring you the remaining stock of your Ultimate Verse Compendium. Have you seen this yet? This is the first time I've seen it. We've got it coming up later on. You'll see it in more detail later on. The value for money on that is immense, and the amount of goodies you get off the chart. Get ahead, have a look at the show pages on our website, crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu. And listen, if you've got stuff in your baskets right now, we're going to take a pause on the project that Debbie's making over that side. We'll give you the time to check out your baskets, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hopefully you've checked out your baskets and you are ready to go. I honestly love these boxes so much. So super versatile, so super easy to construct as well. And as I said, the fact is that you've got these for so many different occasions. And as I said, it's one of those projects that you're going to have so much fun sitting down to craft with and completely personalising for whoever it might be in your life. But these are applicable, I think, to everybody. The fact that you've got so many different papers out there for you to be able to decorate in the style that you want. I love the fact that we're giving you all of the things like the little sliding mechanisms. We're giving you the little twist and pops in here as well. So you can just create so many different designs and different ideas within these, whether it is as a little gift box within an amazing gift box, whether it is a little scrapbook memory box, whether it's a wedding gift, whatever it might be, these are amazing. And what I've loved more than anything is that you guys have been saying how much you love your collection. I think a lot of you have already got this collection. A lot of you have already been crafting with this collection. A lot of you have also gone, oh, I've got this collection, but I've been a little bit nervous to use it. Hopefully you'll be using it after this show, and hopefully you'll be creating beautiful designs like Amanda. Amanda Pigeon has been getting busy with her boxes. This is absolutely brilliant. I love the floral theme in there. Little congratulations tab too. Love the colours of that.
I love how she's done the letters inside.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Very clever. Thank you, Amanda, for sending that. Oh, and there's more. There is more. And then another one, which Amanda has sent in to us as well.
Oh,
wow.
Amanda likes her exploding boxes, Ben.
Now, Amanda, thank you for all those. Evelyn, I love the fact that you've used one of my favourite collections.
Oh, I love that.
It's the positivity, isn't it?
Oh, I wonder what she's got inside. Do you think it's going to be pictured? Oh,
Yay!
Yay! Oh, that's amazing! I love that.
Look at the twist and pop with all the doggies. Oh, Evelyn, that's amazing. Well, did you put the little box within the box? Is what I need to know. And if you did, was there a dog biscuit in there? That would have been a great idea, right? You might. Did you make that? Who did you make that? I need to know. I need to know. Was there a little biscuit in the box? I need to know. Make these for pets as well. Why not? Why not? Keep sending the pictures in. Thank you so much for the pictures that you sent in so far. If you have been using these exploding boxes, let's get those pictures in so we can have a look along with everybody else. But if you haven't yet got them, this is your platinum price today for that full collection, £44 or $54.40. It's the best price that we've done this for. So if you've not yet got this in your crafty armoury, today is the day to jump in and grab it. Right, let us go back over. So last time we left Debbie, we kind of got like the main sort of frame of the box and the lid all kind of composed, all decorated. So where do we go from here?
So now we're going to put all the inside components in there as well. So we've got all those extra pieces. And you're probably thinking, yeah, but you've done the dies. So how do you work those bits out? Well, this is when these 3 dies come into effect. And these are what I call the little tab dies. So you've got like 3 different sizes, from a large one to a medium-sized one to a small one. And this is when you're going to bring in your instructions sheet, because I did talk to you about that first base. Now we're going to talk about the first layer base, because what we're going to do is we're going to put in the layers upon layers upon layers of the exploding box. So what I need first is, and we'll concentrate on one at a time, first layer base tells me that I need a piece of cardstock, and as if by magic, you need one at 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches or 8.9 centimetres to create the base. Then you're going to take some cardstock, and if you go down to the next step, which is step 7, so you've talked about the base. I wish they called it a bottom, it'd make it easier.
Just say bottom.
First layer, bottom, yes. When we're going to the first layer side, so this is when you need to measure 3.5 inches by 4 inches. So 3.5 by 4, and then you're going to take that tab and you're going to pop it onto the top. Now it fits perfectly, Ben. Fits perfectly across there. Literally pop it onto the top. Hold that down and then run that through your machine, and what you'll end up with, and you need to do this 4 times to create this, 4 times. What it creates when you've run it through your machine is the perfect layer. And again, this is when you take your because you don't have to do any, again, no scoring boards, nothing done, it's all burnished. It's all done for you. The only thing you have to do is burnish it.
Yeah.
And they are going to fit onto your base. And if you notice, it fits absolutely perfect, because it's 3.5 inches by the 4, and the 4 being, this needs that little bit of extra for that mechanical part.
Yes.
So you run that through 4 times. So when you've got it, you've got 4 pieces that look identical. And each one of them, you just need to give it a nice little crisp burnish on that score line again. And it really, really is as simple as this. And we're going to repeat that with the other two as well. But first things first, Ben.
Yes.
We're going to stick these together. I've wrote my little first on there because I'd already pre-cut mine out, so I don't actually wrote those on. But what we're going to now is just attach it. So attach that, and again, this can be underneath or above. It's entirely up to you. I think we'll go underneath this time, Ben. Shall we go underneath?
Whatever you fancy.
So let's take, I'm going to use my tape pen this time. We'll speed, oh damn, no, I don't want to be doing that. Speed things up a little bit. But I'm just now going to attach that to the score line. And before I commit again, I'm just going to take that over. And again, just make sure I've got it nice and lined up. And I'm just going to get rid of that little bit of tape because that's going to affect me fold when it comes out, but I'll rub that off in a moment, Ben. But literally now, that creates one layer, and then you're going to do the same with all the others. So again, outside, inside, doesn't really matter because I'm going to be covering those layers up. It really, really doesn't matter, Ben, if you decide to do it on the inside. I suppose it depends on the kind of clean finish you want. But because you're
decorating it anyway,
decorating it really don't matter. It really doesn't matter at all.
Talking about burnishing, and I don't know, I'm just guessing it. Ron's just saying, my twist and pop dies always open nicely, but don't close as nicely. What do you think the problem might be? Is that a case of, do they need like...
They need burnishing as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all. You just need to burnish those bits as well. That's as simple as that. So do you know when you saw me struggling putting my box together?
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that I'd glued me love hearts on, so I just needed to re-burnish those bits as well. So that's all it is. If you're having difficulty manoeuvring something, it's just a simple case of giving it a re-burnish.
Yeah.
And you should be fine. You should be absolutely fine. So again, I'm just going to pop that up to the end. Let's make sure it's all nice and neat on the back. There we are. And that is the inner layer of the next stage of the box. So that's going to sit inside there. Brilliant. But we're going to repeat that. I'm going to clean that up in a minute, Ben, because we're going to move to that next layer. So let me bring in my next base.
How many layers could you put in then, potentially?
Potentially, you could do all the three. So you've got your outer base and then your three, and then your box in the middle.
Yeah.
That's how much we've done in terms of the levels that we've done with the dies. So the dies themselves, they've only got the three. But there's nothing to stop you from trying to work it out yourself. Go down a little bit smaller. However, you have got that lovely inner box that sits firmly in the middle as that little bit extra. Did Evelyn use hers on her lovely doggy one?
I don't know. What I do know is that the email actually gave details of Evelyn had made the box, I believe, for her son, her adult son, and it was pictures of all the dogs that he'd owned. Over the last 20 years, which was really, really cute. So I think from that particular picture, then maybe no, Evelyn, you didn't put the little box in the middle, did you? But what a great idea! Great to use it as a little memory box, and it had the dogs' names in the middle. That's what it was.
Oh, that's so honestly so sweet.
Yeah.
Right, Ben. So going back now, we're going to go to the second layer base, and it tells you need 3.2 inches by 3.2 inches, or just over 8 centimeters, and that's going to be the second layer base. And then again with this bit, you're going to take your measurements at 3.2 by 4, and you're going to add it to, let me just bring in one of them because I've already pre-done mine, but again, you're going to bring that second base in, pop it on, run it through your die 4 times again, so you repeat that 4 times, or if you want, 2 pieces at one time, and you're going to speed the process up even quicker. And again, all you're going to do with these, Ben, is we're going to do exactly the same, where we're just going to burnish our lines. So I've got my 4 pieces ready.
So burnishing is the key.
Burnishing is most definitely the key. It will make a difference in how the mechanical part of it works, how it helps popping it up. So again, all I'm doing, and if you notice, I've done it with all of them, and then again we're just going to do exactly the same, where we're going to use our tape pen. Let's just go there, and we're going to do it again where we pop our base on, and as if by magic as well, the measurements are there for a reason. It fits perfectly. You've got no overhang on there at all, and you're just going to connect all 4 sides, and that is going to be the second base of the inside part of the box.
Samantha's just jumped online to grab her collection, just saying good morning everybody. Been watching on TV, but I had to hop on to order the exploding box at this price. No word of a lie, best price yet on your exploding box collection. So if you haven't got it, there has been no better time than right now to jump in and grab this collection. So you can join Samantha in grabbing the exploding box. As we said today, the fact is that you're getting 3 of the die mechanisms for absolutely free within this deal. That's why the price is so low. That's why it's only £44 or $54.40. I just love the fact that it's nice, isn't it, that we can create, you know, some amazing cards with like the crafty goodies and the crafty skills that we have. But isn't it nice when you can create a box which is also like a gift, which then can have another gift with inside it? It's kind of like next level, isn't it, really? You've kind of got your card and your gift idea all encased in one. And as we said, you can be as exuberant and as extravagant as you want with these boxes.
Absolutely.
And once you've got the idea of it, which you're getting here with our Debbie, you will be making these for everybody. And I guess again, if we wanted to, we could make to sell, couldn't we, if we wanted?
Yeah, make to sell. Yeah, absolutely. Just decorate them up generically rather than personalisation. Absolutely. Now you can see we've done the one, we've got the next one, and it fits perfectly with the right increment. So it's that next size down. What it's not losing is any of the effect that it's going to have when it's decorated up, and we'll show you. Moving on to the third layer base. The third layer base tells you need one at 3 inches by 3 inches, which is what I've already cut. And then the same here, when you go down, move it down to the third layer side. You want one at 3 inches by 4, so you can see this is 3 by 4. Popping that onto the very top again, and then when it cuts out, it literally gives you the score line into place, and these are going to act as the next ones as well of the smaller part. And again, I'm just speeding that up a little bit just for the sake. I'll do the burnishing afterwards, Ben. But we're going to just attach the glue onto the bottom, pop the base into the fold, and then just put that down, and you're going to repeat that on all 4 sides. So each time onto the tab, underneath, attach, and just make sure it's nice and flush. And again, repeat that round all 4 sides. Couldn't be any easier than that. So when we say that you don't have to work out anything, apart from following the instructions of the bases and the side pieces of card that you need to create these pieces, the die does it all for you. It is literally, for me, a game changer when it came to boxes.
Yeah.
Made such a difference. And again, really made box making very enjoyable, especially when you've got all these extra designs in there.
It's next level, isn't it?
It is, yeah, absolutely. So now I've got my 3 inside bases that will literally now form the inside and all pop out. So we're just going to do the decorating part. Now again, when you think about how you're going to do your measurements for this, Ben, just think about, fold one of those over for a second, get your ruler, and I'll bring mine back in again. And you think about this now, you can see that this is just slightly over 3.5 by 3.5. So when you're taking your measurements again, literally just think about taking 1/4 of an inch off to create your panels. And that's all I'm going to do, Ben. And I've got loads here. And if I may, while I'm going to just carry it, I've literally... I might have gone a little bit OTT.
Oh, you have? You've got enough there?
I might have prepped too many, and I'm trying to work out what's what now. So, Ben, slightly maybe over-prepped on this stage. I might have got a little bit carried away with myself. So what I'm going to do is, while you can be reading some comments out while I'm doing all the sticking bit, I'll go quiet on this bit, Ben, while I work this bit out.
All right. There's loads of love for this collection coming through. Lots of love for the paper pads as well, and I think if you are going for this collection today as well, it's definitely worth treating yourself to some of the new paper pads, because I'm not silly enough to think, well, maybe you haven't got any paper pads. I know you've got loads of paper pads, but this is a good opportunity to treat yourself to some beautiful collections. It's the Garden Party collection that Debbie's using right now, so if you're wanting to recreate elements of this box, that's the paper pad that you want to go for, and they're really, really good value today as well. The other one which you guys are chatting about on the comments as well is the chinoiserie collection. Really kind of like, I always think like night and day, these 2 paper pads. Again, if you wanted real contrasting paper pads, then yes, go for the Garden Party. Get the chinoiserie in there as well, and you've got 2 very, very different paper pad designs in there. potentially for very, very different decorations of boxes for different people. You know, I think you've got lots. We'll have another flick through those in just a little while for you. Lots of love for the Hunky Dory Durotone pads as well. And there's still chat about the vintage matte paper. That's going to go. I think we've literally got like a few left. I think we've got into single figures on that. But Will just saying, I love that matte paper pack. The matte paper is perfect for men's cards, says Valerie. We've got very low single figures now. Very low single figures.
Yeah.
We've got more than 0, but less than 2 available on that.
What was that?
Of the matte paper pads, we've got
Right,
low single figures. We've got more than 0.
More than 0.
But less than 2.
Oh my days! I'm not going to have a chance to get any. It's absolutely
not unless
glorious.
you get on the blower now. You're not going to.
No, I know.
Not going to get that, unfortunately.
That's going to really upset me.
Oh, do you want me to go and I can get on the?
Can I pinch that one? You've got to think they'll notice.
Well, you can for me.
Do you think Tracy'll notice?
Well, she might do, and I
She-
wouldn't
well, yeah,
want
she
to
will.
incur the wrath of Tracy.
Yeah, I'm not facing the wrath of
She'll
Tracy
be coming
either.
here throwing her cupcakes at you.
She will, won't she?
She probably would. I haven't. Oh yeah, hang on a minute, Erin. Have you eaten yours?
Have you got one, Ben?
I've got one back here.
Is that for later?
Yeah, I'm saving it for Ron.
Saving it for what?
Ron.
Ron?
Yeah, later on.
Oh, dear, no, I fell for that one. You and your dad jokes.
Hey,
bad dad jokes. That's it, bad dad jokes.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm saving that. Oh, Erin and George. Yeah, well, no, I know George was on a healthy eating kick, but you kind of kicked that to the curb now, haven't you, George? And Erin's on a healthy eating kick. She's eating one. So hats off. I mean, I'm middling on that. I'm trying to eat while I'm up here, but then when I go home, it kind of all goes out the window. I'm going to start running again with Sarah though soon. Why am I explaining myself? I don't need to. I don't need to explain myself to anybody. If I want a cupcake, I'll have a cupcake. But well done to you, Debbie. Well done to you for refusing the cupcake and doing well with your healthy eating.
Exactly, and Debbie's getting really annoyed with herself for this mucky glue.
Mucky glue?
I've used my rubber.
Yeah.
This
Eraser.
Eraser that is it's black. And so what it's done is it's attached itself to the glue. So now I'm having to really get that off. Oh, honestly, it's going to. I'm not that I'm a perfectionist, Ben, but that'll do. It's going to annoy me. It's going to really annoy me.
Let it go.
I can't. That's the problem. I can't. Now for this one, I've actually decorated the outside and the in, so you can see that first base. And this is up to you. If you want to do this, you can absolutely do this. You can leave them plain. Previously, when I did the previous show, I actually left them plain, Ben. But you've got the ability to choose whether or not you want to do the outsides and the in. Only Debbie's trying to work out really quickly which is which face because she's forgotten.
Do you want me to talk and then we'll
You
come
talk while I just do a quick fudge.
Okay.
just 2 minutes.
Camera on me, please.
Camera on you,
me. Hi.
That's it. That's it.
Deborah says, I love the idea of the memory box with the dogs. Yeah, another great idea, isn't it? Which was Evelyn's box that she made for her son. Love that idea. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Deborah. Andrea just saying, I love these boxes. You could use the inner box to have your jigsaws in. I mean, how amazing would that be to have this as the box? I mean, this would be the most elaborate box you ever had for a jigsaw, but I love that idea. That's a brilliant idea.
That is a stonking idea. Who had that idea?
That was Andrea Curtis.
My goodness, why didn't I think of that, Andrea? That is a cracking idea. Yes. Absolutely.
Perfect. Okay, keep coming with those ideas, by the way. Joe and Marie just saying, I love the patterns and colours. That's the hardest part I deal with.
Yes.
I'll be saving this, and I need to do a craft along with this one as well. And that is probably the thing. That is probably the thing. If you're struggling also, and you're a bit like Joe and Marie, and you're thinking, which paper pad do I use? Have I got one? I would recommend you pop this into your basket today with your Exploding Box collection. It is the Garden Party paper pad, bottom of the screen there. And this again will allow you to use some of the papers which you've seen Debbie using over the course of the last hour and 25 minutes. It's a brilliant deal today as well on that one. $10.39 or $50.96. It's 20% off plus another 20% if you're platinum. And if budget stretches, I'll flick through these again on the close-up in just a bit, but we've got the chinoiserie available for you too. And I just think these are two really contrasting paper pads. So again, if you're wanting to kind of If you struggle with your papers, if you struggle with your colours, I think these two are an absolute brilliant bet because you've got so much within those two for all of those difficult to make for people in your life. Details of the chinoiserie at the bottom of your screen, and we will flick through those in more detail for you in just a little while. 35 minutes left. Any questions that you've got for our Debbie, whether you've already got this collection and you're stuck, or potentially you're thinking about getting this collection but you need one question answered before you pop it in your basket, you can get in touch with us on Facebook and on YouTube. And last shout out as well, if you want to send in any pictures of any boxes that you've made so far so that we can share them with everybody else. We've seen some great ideas already, but you can send in your pictures. Let us know who you've been making them for. Let us know what you've been popping inside that box at studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I just loved Panda Craft's suggestion earlier. I said, what are you putting inside the little box, inside the box? Panda Craft says, I put a Rolo in there. Who do you love enough to give your last Rolo? Do you have Rolos in the US? What do you call them? A lightsaber.
Ooh.
Lightsaber, as in what Yoda has. Oh, a lifesaver. A Rolo.
So it's not chocolate and toffee, producer Erin?
What is it?
Yeah, a Rolo
what
is it's like a little we'll have to check this out with our producer Erin, because producer Erin is from the other side of the pond initially, and that's what we call it, producer Erin. A Rolo is a little chocolate, chocolate covered. Oh, I can't remember. You would try, yeah.
So what's that? We do have the little.
It's because I talk with my hands.
I know. Carry on.
I talk with my hands. Sorry. Whew.
Go on.
I meant the toffee shaped in a little dome covered in chocolate is what I meant, and I was trying to explain that to our little producer Erin.
Sorry. Right. So that's a Rolo. Producer Erin is getting confused with the other thing that we have here, which is the Polo. That's what, so the lifesaver, I understand what you mean now. The Polo mint, so that in here, so you guys in the US have Rolos, but not Polo. So Polo is a mint with the hole taken out. There's a hole in the middle. It's like a little lifesaver. But then bizarrely, in the last few years, they started selling, they started selling the insides of the Polos. So you could get the Polos with the hole out, and then you could buy the bits that they took out of the hole as a separate thing. So you could buy the Polos and then the Polo holes and Rolos. It does make sense. Rolos, Polos and Polo holes.
You've well and truly...
Thank you. Good night.
You've well and truly confused me, Ben, so I'm going to stop. And I'm going to stop talking with my hands because they're going to get me in trouble one of these days. Right, so let's get back on to putting our box together. So we've got all our inner layers. Now I'm just going to explain with these. With my first layer, I've actually decorated it on both sides. I think I quite like the purple though, that contrast. So I'm going to flip reverse this, and that's the lovely thing about this. This is what you can do. And then with the second one, oh, I love them all. I don't know which to write. Let me just, because this is my choice, Ben. I get so, that's better, yeah. Now, with this one, I've actually not decorated the insides because I'm going to be putting something in there, but I have decorated the outside as well. So what we're going to do, what did you say, producer Erin?
30 minutes left.
You are absolutely kidding me.
Time flies when you're having fun,
Oh my goodness, no.
You're not going to get it done, do you think?
I will do my very best, Ben. Let me just tell you, I will do my very best. All you're going to do is attach now each of your layers.
Yeah.
I did go the right way around there, didn't I? Yes, I did. Yes, did I? Oh, hang on a minute. That's because I was thinking of Rolos and Polos and getting myself...
Have you done it?
Hang on a minute. I need a minute. I need a minute. Go. Back to Ben.
Whilst you have a minute, I want to show you the paper pads. Rhonda says, yes, we have Rolos. Mary says, yes, we have Rolos, chocolate and caramel. And Jean says, like donut holes. Yes, Rolos are like minty small donuts. And then they sold what was in the hole. That's what they sold. Anyway, garden party. This is now proving very popular because all of a sudden, oh, hang on a minute, platinum price, yes, of course. So the price that I read you out earlier on when we had it at the bottom of the screen, that $10.39, that was everyone's price, $15.96. Platinum though, have a little shifty at that price at the bottom of the screen, £8.31 or $12.77. So as I say, if you want to be able to recreate some of the paper patterns on your box that Debbie is using today, you need to jump this one into your basket. But I think it's a lovely, lovely paper pad. Some gorgeous patterns on here, some gorgeous designs as well, loads of flowers and butterflies. It's gorgeous. Real kind of bright, summery feel to this one. And it's, well, a brilliant price today, £8.31 or $12.77. There's that one. And then completely different to it is the chinoiserie, which lots of you have been chatting about, double-sided. And, you know, as I said about this one before, it's one of those really where you kind of look at the front and look at the back and you think, which is the A side and which is the B side? I think there'll be a lot of paper pads out there where you kind of definitely know, well, I'm going to use that side because, you know, that side is much better than the flip side. But this one, there's so many gorgeous designs, so many gorgeous colour palettes on here. The only struggle you're going to have is to work out which one you are going to use within your collection. It's a stunner, and that price today again is phenomenal. £8.31 or $10.21 if you've already got the chinoiserie collection as well. Worth stocking up on that whilst we've got it, and also worth stocking up on these bad boys, which are proving so popular. Literally the most boring thing that you will look at today. However, how handy are these within your craft? 55% of the stock has gone. We had 30% gone at 12:30 this afternoon, so in 4 hours. And believe you me, we've got a lot of these. Get them whilst they're here. You're going to get 16 in a pack, 3 packs, 48 in total. These are stunning, particularly great if you're going for these exploding boxes as well. £6.40, $10.40. Those are flying out of the door. Right, how are you doing over there?
Ooh, I managed to save myself.
Good.
Because I was fiddling around with the boxes, I got them in the wrong size order. So I've managed to save myself. So I've put my first layer base down into there. Literally pop some glue just onto the bottom of each of your bases, and then you're just going to stick that into each centre. And I would recommend wet glue for this bit, Ben, to get it into place. You can wiggle it into place until you've got all those panels in, but look how gorgeous already it's looking. And the choices of these colours are just absolutely divine. So I'm going to pop my last one into there. So I'm going to pop a little bit of tape onto the bottom, and I'm going to put a little bit of wet glue just to give it a little bit of wiggle time to get that into position. So we're going to go in and we're going to get that into position nice and neatly as well, so that each one of these then will literally, and I'll just that's it, there we are. You now have got it into position where it all folds really nice and neatly upwards. So by that I mean all these panels come up and they all just tuck in. You can see how neatly it all tucks together. That's what you will be aiming for. And then of course you're going to pop your lid back on there. So if you put my lid back on, let's tuck that in nice and neatly. What we've got now, and this part now, again, you can remove this little bit because you've done all the construction elements, so to speak, with the outside box. So if we just show you there, outside box, stunning. And then all of those open up, and you've got each panel now with all your lovely little pieces. And like I said, it's up to you whether you go in and out, in and out. You can leave this side white if you want, but I think it just looks really nicely, finishes it nicely. Yeah. But we're going to decorate all of these up in a moment, Ben, because we're going to move on to the next stage of this. Now, shall we make the inner box, or shall we go and do some of the other little features? Shall we make the inner box?
I was going to say inner box.
Yeah, we'll do the inner box. Let me go and get myself ready for that, Ben. I'll be back in a minute.
I love Mary Lee Carroll, your suggestion on YouTube. This is brilliant. In a time, you know, where we're talking about being positive and being kind, this is great. Mary just saying this box would be so nice for someone who needs their spirits lifted up. Add affirmations on the pieces of paper added into the centre box. I love that idea. Love that, love that, love that so much. And speaking of affirmations, the Ultimate Verse Compendium. Now, I just wanted to, I kind of snuck this away from the set over there because I wanted just to bring it to your attention. This launched yesterday, didn't it, officially, and it was flying out of the door. It's the Ultimate Verse Compendium number 2. I have just brought for you a snapshot of what you're going to get, but how stunning is this? You get the pen included as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. amazing. And then within this, I mean, the rose gold colour, first of all, is just stunning. But then you've got all of these beautiful verses within this collection, which do you know what? If you're ever stuck for something to say in a card on a project, you will be stuck no more, because there is literally a verse and a sentiment for everything. Pretty much all of your birthdays covered off there. Stay young at heart. Have the best birthday ever. Enjoy your birthday. I hope you have a great day. Then as we move on, we've got things like thank yous in there, very big thank you with special thanks. You're a blessing to me. As we move on, you're then on to things like, lovey-doveys, if you like, thinking of you in there as well. Literally so many different sentiments. Wishing you luck on your special day, sending you love. There's too many to go through just now, but you're getting the sense of why this Ultimate Verse Compendium has been flying. And let me just tell you, you're going to get so much more with this as well. This is just a snapshot of what you get within this collection. I will be more thorough with this at 7 o'clock tonight, but get on the launch party page right now, see the full collection and grab it whilst it's here. What I will say is we have got only 20% of the stock remaining of this collection. It is absolutely flying, and when I show you the full collection later on, you will understand the reason why. Right. The exploding box collection also proving very popular. So let me very quickly take you through everything that you're going to get. By the way, again, just take a look at this gorgeous box that we've got here. You talk about, using the different papers that you've got within your collection. Using the craft card, using some, I suppose, more manly designs on there. I mean, literally, if I just pop those two together, it's night and day, isn't it? But using up all the different papers that you've got within your collection, you can create so many different boxes for so many different people. Whether, as we just heard there from the lovely Mary Lee, whether you're using these for affirmations, whether you're using these boxes for jigsaw puzzles, for gift ideas, for weddings, for memories, they're so suitable for everything. And how easy is it to pop them together? It's not going to be something that you're going to do in 5 minutes, but this is something you want to take your time over, and that's why we put these shows together for you as well. So if you pick this up today, not only are you picking this up at the best price we've ever done it for, you're also getting this free 2-hour tutorial that you've just had with Debbie. You've got another masterclass to look back on from the 19th of May, and this is everything that you get. So you've got the whole of the dies included in here as well. So the construction dies to put your outer box together. And again, you've got loads of different added elements. We've seen some of these on the outer lid that Debbie's just been putting together on the box as well. Stunning. And again, elements that you can use individually away from putting these boxes together. We're going to give you also in this collection that twist and pop mechanism that is included, so you've got lots of different pieces of interest within the box as well, and again more added elements in there too. And then you've also got the template for the inside box, which we're going to look at with Debbie in just a second. So that's that template to make the smaller box inside, and then that's where you stop paying, because everything else that I'm showing you here, like these gorgeous border edge dies, they're free within the collection. You've then also got on top of that slider mechanism just here, that's free within this collection. Whoop. The sound effects you'll have to make yourself. And then the waterfall mechanism, whoop, also free within the collection. 1, 2, 3, not paying for, best price ever. Platinum is £44, $54.40. What are you waiting for? We've got 23 minutes to go, so let's get back over to Debbie, who is using that template right now to make the smaller box to go within the big box.
Yes, because we've done all the outside parts, and then what we're going to do is do this gorgeous little box. Now, what we've done is we've done this in a template form, because this again is an optional thing. If you want to pop this into the middle, absolutely fabulous. And I've got the lovely template here. You see exactly where you need to draw your template. You can actually use these lines here for your score lines. My personal favourite way of doing this, now I know I've heard people say run it through your Gemini, and because it acts as a stencil, doesn't it? So it looks so you've got all those score lines into place and you know where to pop it. I prefer to use my pencil for this, Ben. and my scissors, good old-fashioned scissors. But again, I think it's a personal choice myself for this part. And I am just trying to do this really speedily. You would take your time.
And I'm sure I've asked this question before, I can never remember the answer. If you wanted, could you like emboss the design?
Yep.
You've already said that?
Yep, so you can run this through your machine, absolutely, and it'll emboss it for you.
Fine.
I preferred for this method just, again, like I said, use me pencil marks, because they rub off as well. It's not like something that's, you know, permanent.
No.
I know people have used inks before and pens, but you can see straight away it's created my base. And when you do take your scissors through, scissors and scoreboard, what you end up with is your piece. And I'm just going to bring this out for a second, because if you're wondering how I got that bit as well, literally you draw that into place and then take your craft knife. So do you know your little craft knife?
Yep.
Use your craft knife to get that little slit out. That's going to help you tuck this box together. And you would repeat that with the box lid as well. Take your pencil again, or whatever it is that you choose to do, draw around it, pop all your score lines in, get your scissors and then cut that out, and it even gives you all the areas where you know exactly where all the scores go into place, and that creates your little box lid, a nice little decorative one as well, Ben. So I'm just going to put my glue onto here. Let's get my glue in, and we'll pop the lid together. So you would just glue it together like a normal with a lid, with the tabs. That's as easy as it is. But I think really, I mean, I would say try it with your pencil first. Run it through your Gemini as well. Give it a go through your Gemini and see which works best for you. Which method works best for you. I just personally prefer to do it with my pencil and my scissors and get my scoring board out to put those scores into place. But it's a very simple method, whichever way you choose. And that puts my little box lid together, and it's got that lovely scalloped feature as well on there. And it makes a real difference. If you're going to use your Gemini, it gives you a real crisp score as well. So it's a really nice little top tip if that's what you prefer to do. Now, again, I've tried to rub, while you were busy talking, Ben, I was trying to rub my lines out with my eraser. Yeah, I think I've left a few in there. I think I went a little bit too deep, but we'll not worry.
Anyway,
we'll not worry about it. But again, all you're going to do is you're going to take your scoring tool, and we're going to just burnish over those said score lines. And it's as simple as this. It's really easy to do this part. A lot of people are put off because it's a stencil. I don't want you being put off.
No.
It's at all. Doesn't matter if it's
by stencil.
I don't know. I think it's the idea of putting it together and how do you put it together.
Oh.
Talking of which, don't worry, because guess what?
Instructions
with photos, absolutely perfect for that reason. And then again, all we're going to do is construct it. And if I remember rightly, because it's been a while since I did this, pop that all together. I'm going to put my tape on, and that tucks firmly down into there. But I'm just going to put my tape together first, Ben. Again, chosen tape, glue, whichever one it is that you want to do. And I'm just going to pop, let me just make sure, if I fold that over, fold that down on itself.
Don't forget,
make sure it's nice and flush.
Not sure of which tape you need to be using, or maybe you're new and you want a bit of a taster of everything. That is our Got It Good deal this week. You get a little bit of everything. You've got a bit of your all-purpose in there. You've got some of your red liner tape. You've got your tape pens. You've got your Dossy tape pen in there. You've got some of your adhesive sheets in there. You've also got your chunky glue in there as well, haven't you? So a little bit of everything. Great way to stock up if you are already a full-on crafter, but a great way to get started if you are just starting and you're thinking, oh, I don't know which glue I want, which adhesive I want. You've got a little bit of everything. Bottom of your screen there, £20 or $30, which is £16 or $24 if you're platinum today. And that is available this week or whilst stocks last. Oh, look at that.
And that's as simple as that. Now I'm going to put a little bit of glue just onto that side, Ben, just to make sure it sticks together. But I'm not even going to bother with the inside there, just because it doesn't really need it. But how easy was that? I'll just pop a little piece of cardstock in the centre just to give that a nice little covering the flaps up, so to speak.
Yeah.
And we'll just pop that in, and it just neatens it up a little bit. Just neatens it up, and again, just makes a nice little decorative element. But how easy was that to put together? And then all I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to just pop me panels again, and again, just choosing the size of the box. And if I just tell you the size of that for those who are inquisitive, it is 2.5 inches square box. So again, I just take off a quarter of an inch when I'm doing my matting and layering, and I've got a couple of mats and layers on there. But all I'm going to do with this is pop this all the way around. And I must admit, I do love me all-purpose wet wiggly glue because it makes sure I get everything where I want it to be, and I can let it dry at its own natural pace as well. And it does dry like cement. We talk about this all the time, but it really does dry incredibly hard. One of the best glues that's out there, quite literally. And again, let's just pop that on.
By the way, this is obviously going to be Debbie's demo of the show.
Yes.
Hey! I just realised we didn't do one on Wake Up Call, did we not?
Oh no!
But I know you would have all voted for my card.
Oh yeah, bless you. You having another commendation, Ben?
Ooh, I don't know. He didn't write one up for me, but
did you not?
No.
Tusk.
I tell you what, if you let me have a little play later on.
Excuse me.
And
Excuse
with
me.
the Double Dutch collection.
Oh right, okay. I wanted what you wanted to play with then, Ben. Behave yourself. You're going to come and play with my cardstock.
That's what I'm going to come over.
Cardstock. That's fine. Do you know what? I was thinking you could do a little bit extra. Have we got the bees on?
The what?
Have we got the bees on?
The bees. You've got the bees.
Got the bees on. You could play with me bees if you wanted to.
Can I come and play with your bees?
Yeah.
Well, I am
absolutely.
over that side of the studio later on. I've not had an offer like that in ages.
Come and get creative with me, Ben. Let's do a Ben and Debbie show.
Yes.
Let's do a Ben and Debbie show. Yeah, absolutely. Now then, let me just show you how lovely does the little box look? With my little tiny bottom there as well. Look how lovely and neat that looks. And again, just choose little bits of your cardstock. But that's going to sit there. Now, this bit is entirely up to you. Do you leave it loose? Do you stick it in?
Oh.
It's down to you. And again, I'm going to leave it loose for the time being because I want to try and I can't believe 15 minutes. I've got all them other things planned. Well, What happens, Ben? Well, I'll tell you what. Do you know all the other bits?
Yeah.
They're the fun bits that you can add to it.
Should you want to?
Should you want to? I think what this has done is shown you how to put each stage to.
Yes.
In a very stripped back way as well. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to understand. Might just have to quickly stick my pre-made things that I've got in there. But we'll try and get one in. We'll try and get one in.
All right.
I'll just have a quick reset, Ben, and then I'll be back with you.
Okay. I just want to read some of your messages here and also recap on some of the other really, really busy items on the show along with the Exploding Box collection. Lander just saying, I love the papers that Debbie's using. Some of those from the Garden Party collection, which I'll recap on for you in just a second. Laurie's said, I pulled the pin on the Verse Compendium yesterday. That is flying out the door. No one will be sorry for buying the Verse Compendium. It's great. I'll give you another sneaky peek of that in just a second. Full look on it coming up for you tonight. 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 o'clock East Coast on launch party. There's less than 20% of the stock remaining on that. And when you see it in full, that stock is going to dwindle tonight. Karen is saying, I'll be retiring in a year and a half. And I think I will make one for each of my co-workers. One of these boxes with pictures from the years we have spent together. That is a brilliant idea, Karen. I love that so much. And again, another idea that you guys can think, yes, it would be perfect for doing that. Jean is in on Facebook saying, hi everyone, just getting started. I've just ordered the paper pads and the magnets. Popular sellers on the show tonight. And Elaine saying, I love this box. I just finished my granddaughter's box, Harry Potter themed. Elaine, if you get chance, send in the picture on that, please. Would love to see it. But details at the bottom of the screen coming up for you here. Studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk. Love to see that Harry Potter themed box. But as I say, the paper pads are proving very popular. Lots of people are now going, right, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for the best ever price on the exploding boxes, but then I'm going to get some papers because I want to be able to copy what Debbie's doing. But actually, why would you not want to jump in and grab these today, particularly if you're platinum at this price? This is the Garden Party, so you'll see in here, you've got some gorgeous pattern designs, you've got some gorgeous florals in here. The colour palette is just really sort of spring, summertime. It's a real smile in a paper pad, is this. And as I say, if you want to be able to copy some of the elements that Debbie has been doing over that side of the studio, this is the paper pad that you'll want to go for. 48 sheets today, £8.31 if you're platinum, which is just stunning. $12.77. These have been flying out over the last sort of 45 minutes or so. I think we've got more people tuned in and more people cottoning on to what a great price that is. If you've already got the Garden Party collection, that is a great way to make your collection go further. Then, completely differently, we've got your chinoiserie collection. This is double-sided, and again, can you see what I mean when I flick through the different designs here? So very different to that garden party collection. Loads of you again chatting about these gorgeous designs in the comments. I would say to you, if you want, you know, two really distinctive paper pads, which are kind of night and day, get one of each. This again today is just £8.31 or £10.21 if you're shopping with us in the US. But bear in mind, these are flying. I love, by the way, the birdies there, and that's the only problem that you'll have with this, is to decide you know, which side of the paper you're going to use, because the reverse is just as nice as the front on these. It is £8.31, $10.21. Grab it, they're flying out of the door. And also going, and I said it before, I say it again, it's the most boring thing that you'll look at all day, but actually, how handy are these when it comes to your crafting, particularly for your box making, particularly for things like your precious memory collection, and also, I don't know why I'm doing that. They're all exactly the same. There you go. Ooh, look at that one there, and look at this one. Look at this one. Ooh, wow. 65% of the stock has gone. I think these are great as well if you're into your soft crafts too, for things like using them on the clasps of your bags and all that kind of stuff. I've done it again, look. £6.40, $10.40 is the platinum price. 30% of the stock had gone just around midday here in the UK. We're now 65% of the stock gone. They are flying. And when they're gone, who knows when we're going to get them back in stock again. So get them now whilst you can. Maybe get them a couple of times, 3 times over, so you can make sure that you have got enough. And by the way, for those of you who were commenting on that matte paper, the hunky-dory matte paper earlier on, and saying how much you loved it and that you were going to get it, it's gone. What's me saying again? Don't scream and shout, but it's now sold out. The matte paper is gone. Right, so let us quickly get back over the other side of the studio. We've got 10 minutes remaining, so remember, this box will be the demo of the show, so you don't need to worry about voting on that. But I think, are you able to show us one of the mechanisms then, Debbie?
Yeah, I'm going to show you one of them, because obviously time's just come upon us. Don't forget, there's the other show that I think me and you did, Ben, didn't we, on that in May? Was it the 19th of May?
19th of May, yep.
Yeah, and we did cover lots of these. Yeah, I think I did each one of them. So don't worry if you, I mean, you've got the know-how on how to put the whole box together, including that little dinky box that sits in the middle as well. The mechanical parts, that's if you want to put them in, that's entirely up to you. But these are the fun bits, and we did cover those in that show, so do go back and have a little look. But one of my favourites, I just love this one. I think it's so cute. And it's a slider card. So this one, it comes in 3 dies. Now again, I don't want anybody panicking. Please don't panic, because guess what? We've even covered it down to pictures and written instruction in each one of the waterfall, of the slider, of the twist and pop. Did I say that? Waterfall. Oh, I did. Slider. I said waterfall, didn't I? I'm going like this for waterfall. I'm thinking, what's that? Waterfall, twist and pop, and slider. Yeah, so it covers all of those for you. And these dies, I do these in stages when I'm doing this. So I think to speed this process up, I'll just quickly do the, like the Blue Peter style one. You're going to run through a piece of cardstock, and that's going to create your base. Now, I've actually already decorated it with some little paper, because that's going to be the bottom part of my base. And then what you do is you're going to recreate, and if Debbie can find a little bits, because literally I've just decided to go full on pelt here at minute with absolutely everything thrown at me. I know, it's because I've started panicking, Ben. Started panicking because I'm thinking, oh my God, what happened to the time? It just flew by. Then you're going to choose a coloured cardstock, whatever it is, that's going to act as the sit behind. So for this one, this is the little tag. So when you run that through, you've got your little tag ready for you to thread your ribbon through, which makes it easy to pull when you're going to pull this, because this is going to sit like this behind there. But then you've got the main part. Now the main part I do in 2 pieces. So, and I'll just quickly try and explain this to you, just so you can see how this works. This one does that die cut. We've already established that because it's done this little piece here. You're going to recut it again into another colour, okay? Oh, whatever it is, contrasting papers. Choose your papers. that match. And you're going to then sit that into the top. So that will sit in there. Now, I always say for this bit, remember that, because you can see the outside cutting edge all the way down these two sides and the bottom one, but the very top, Ben, it's a bit fainter.
Yeah.
There are your score lines.
Okay.
So when you're sitting that in there, make sure that the top of that bit sits to the top of the tag part, so that when you run it through, and I'll just quickly explain, because I've already ran it through to some cardstock so you can see it a little bit better. When you run it through, it stays connected to your cardstock. Can you see there? It's connected. But what you've got is your crease line, because that bit is the fold, the scoring line, and the bottom one as well. And then that literally, Ben, sits on the top. And then to act this, we need to attach this tag that's going to pull that slider mechanism. And I'm just going to try and do this a bit slower while I've got a few minutes extra. I am going to attach that bottom of that tag to this bottom part here.
Okay.
So I am going to use some of our thin liner tape, if Debbie can find it now, because she's just literally thrown everything all over the place. I cannot believe producer Erin is whispering in our ears 6 minutes left.
And she's been very calm about it as well.
She's been very calm, not like Debbie.
6 minutes, Debbie!
Yeah, no.
Hurry up!
She's been so calm, bless her. She's been so patient with me today.
Don't you think she's got a very calming voice?
She's one of those. She's one of those uber cool, calm people who could never get into a flap, or I've never seen her get into a flap.
No,
ever.
I haven't.
And she makes working life very, very easy.
Very easy and very calming.
Easy. Very easy, very calm, and a joy to work with as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with me there, Ben.
I do. She's very calming. She's one of my absolute favourites. What I love about it, she makes it very obvious when she's talking to me, because sometimes we've got lots of voices going on in our ears, but whenever Erin's producing, I know she's talking to me, because she always says this, and I love it. She goes, "So Ben." Like that. And I love it so much every time. So Ben. And it's great. It's very obvious. So Debbie, what are you doing?
So Ben. So I'll try and do it. I can't do it in a gorgeous American tone. I just can't. Oh no, you're kidding me, Erin. I love your accent. I could listen to you all day long. I'm just going to attach this to the bottom. I do love coming into work when both Erin and Jenny are here, because I could literally listen to them all day long.
Same as.
Now you can see, Ben, that I've got that slider is attached, so this is going to pull up, so when you see that, you can see it manoeuvring. But what I just need to do, and this is what I just want to explain where you put your glue, do not stick any glue there, only on here, that you're going to attach to there, and not at the top, just the side. So I'll do this because we have run out of time, but just so we can put this together, and then what I'll do is we'll decorate it. I'll do a bit of decoration in between the shows.
Okay.
Now, literally attach that onto that base. There we go. And then just hold that down into place, give it a nice little burnish where all your glue is, but then you've got your little slider. Debbie needs a bit more glue on the top. Let me just hold that into place and give that a nice little burnish. But then when you pull, you get the pulling sliding part. And depending on what you want to put under there, you could have something, let's have a look what we've got under. You could have it plain, put a little picture, so you can see a little plain. You can choose different colours. What did Debbie do the other one? I've chosen different colours for this one. So again, you can decorate these tabs at the top. You could put a little picture or a little verse behind something, but you can see, so it's entirely up to you, this little bit. It's what are you going to put behind there, what are you going to create that slider. Just remember where you're putting your glue though. It makes a massive difference for that slider part to work. If you glue all of the back of that down, it isn't going to move, so just be careful when you're using it, and just attach the glue to the bottom with the tag, and you can't go wrong, Ben. Very simple, very easy to do, and again, I love the idea. And ideally I wanted a picture of me and you behind there. I know, but then you're just going to attach these into your you're going to just attach them into your box. So I'll put one on this side. I've got my other one on to the side as well, so let me just give that a nice little let's see, we'll just pop it down with, we'll use strong tape. We'll pop a bit of strong tape. And again, you could be using papers that match on the inside, but I just thought for this bit we'll just decorate these panels. I've got another one for this side. You could be popping them on the inside of it. You could be putting pictures of your loved ones. I've actually done one already of my doggy. I should have fetched it in with me, so that my little Millie, it would have been a birthday yesterday. If she'd have still been here, bless her. But yeah, so I've done one with my little pooch on, but you can be doing things like this. You can be personalising it to whoever. What about a new baby in the family? Oh, it could be absolutely anything, Ben. It really, really could. Now, I can see now you've got my little slider mechanisms. I had got my little twist and pop, so I'm going to put my little twist and pop in there. And again, you could be decorating these up. Again, I'm just going to pop that there so that when it opens up, you've got that lovely twist and pop feature. And Debbie's lost the last bit of a mechanism. So I'll have to try and find it, Ben, and I don't want to rush this last bit, but I'll do that little bit in the meantime, in between the shows. But what you've got now is your beautiful box, exploding box. Let's bring it all together. What have I got attached at the bottom there, Ben? Seriously. Oh, I do wonder about myself sometimes. But I'm just going to pop on now my lid. So you've got the lid basis. Let's just go. How much? Oh my days. Wish you would stop saying that to me. Stop saying that to me. Right, so you've got your box lid, box base, open it up. Yes. And then you can put all your little features in there. Imagine that those 2 side panels decorated for now. With it. By the time it comes round to 7 o'clock, Ben, they'll be full. They'll be full. We'll be getting those bits done, ready for you for later. But I think what you've had today is literally stripped back from the beginning, put in the outside box, put in all the layers, put in the inside box, and then a little mechanism in there as well. The rest is down to you, but I hope you've taken something from that. And don't forget, go and check out that other show where we covered those extra little bits like the waterfall and everything else. So do join us. Oh well, go back onto that one as well if you want to see how those bits are done.
Brilliant.
Absolutely fab.
19th of May for that one. Get this collection. £44, $54.40 if you're platinum. And so much to look forward to coming up later on. We have got the return in launch party of the Ultimate Verse Compendium. This has been flying off the shelves, less than 20% of the stock remaining. People have been buying it during the show as well. If you are short of a sentiment, you will be short no more. This is just part of this compendium, which you're going to absolutely love. And also coming your way later on too, we've got the beautiful collection, Nature's Garden. If you haven't yet got your hands on this, we have got stock available for you to get your hands on. Do not miss out. We will be back with you in a couple of hours time. Make sure you're with us. It's going to be amazing. We've got a CTV exclusive coming up for you too. We will see you in just a couple. Bye for now.